Welcome to Lesson 6, Standard Form. Now this is the last form of an equation that we are going to learn in this unit. And the standard form is very interesting. So, at the top here, standard form is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are all integers, meaning integers are all the negatives, 0, and all the positive numbers. So none of our numbers can be fractions. So if we want to put it in standard form and there's a fraction, we have to get rid of it. And the last stipulation is that a and b cannot equal 0. So c is the only number that can be 0. And if you recall, this is exactly what we learned at the very beginning when we talked about linear equations. So we've kind of gone full circle. So here we have 3 examples, and I want to put these in standard form. So the first example, y equals 2x plus 5. We want to get the x and y on the same side. So I want to move my 2x, so I'm going to subtract the 2x, and we get negative 2x plus y equals 5. Now, generally, if there's fractions, you want to get rid of fractions first, but because there weren't fractions here, we went ahead and moved. But that is very different than our second example. This y equals 2/3 x minus 3. If you see a fraction, try to get rid of the fraction first. So we know there's 2/3. So we want to change 2/3 to be an integer. Basically meaning that we want to get that divided by 3 gone. Well, when you think about it, divide by 3, what's the opposite of dividing by 3? The opposite of dividing by 3 is going to be multiplying by 3. So what we are going to do is we are going to multiply everything in here times 3. Y times 3, 2/3 times 3, and negative 3 times 3. And then we're going to rewrite it. So 3 times y is 3y. That equals 2/3 times 3. Our 3's will cancel, leaving us with just 2x. And negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. So as you can see, we no longer have any fractions, so now we can put our x and y on the same side. So we get negative 2x plus 3y equals 9. Now on to our last example. Our last example, we have 1/2 x plus 5/6y equals 2. Now as you can see, the x and the y, very fortunately, are already on the same side. We just have to deal with these fractions. And we have 2 fractions now, and unfortunately their denominators are different. But we want to get rid of both of them in one move. So what you do is you look at the 2 numbers, and it's 2 and 6. And what you look for is the number that we can multiply them both by and get rid of all the fractions. So we need to look for the least common multiple. And the least common multiple of 2 and 6 is 6. It's the smallest number they both multiply to. So if we multiply this entire thing by 6, we can get rid of everything. That is a fraction. So 1/2 times 6 is 3, so we get 3x. 5/6 times 6 is 5, so plus 5y equals 2 times 6, which is 12. And there we go. So here are 4 examples for you to try with your group. 1 and 2 are similar to what we just did, and 3 and 4 are different. I should probably put a number 4 by this one so you know it's example 4. 3 and 4 are different. 3 and 4, you're going to have to put them in point slope form, then put them in standard form. So 1 and 2 you're just simplifying. 3 and 4 you have to put them in point slope and then convert them to standard form. So go ahead, pause the video, and work through these in your group now. And here are the solutions to all those, and I'll go ahead and circle the ones I forgot to. So go ahead and pause the video again and check all these with your group now.